What is good, yo? It's Anime K here. We are back with another video. I haven't combed my hair, so don't mind the beanie. But look, that's not why you came here. You came here for the title of the video. Now, Sakura versus Itachi. Now, I saw this on a couple of pages on TikTok and stuff like that, and it's an interesting question, really, because it's very interesting. There's a lot of stuff you need to get into about this, but let's talk about what the even debate is first. So, are we talking Itachi while Itachi was alive versus while Sakura was alive? So that time period when they were both alive. Because we're talking about that, Itachi wins easily, definitely. Itachi definitely wins Sakura then, because it's like while Itachi was alive, he was always stronger than Sakura. Okay, so that's a fact. You know, Sakura was strong, but she hadn't really she didn't even have the 100 heal ceiling and none of that. So yeah, and this is before the war, just before the war arc as well. So, but I'm gonna do the argument based off them at their peaks. I'm gonna do that based off their peaks. So I'm gonna go Edo Itachi. Because that's when you had. I'm gonna go non-illness Itachi versus just peak Sakura. So peak Itachi would be non-illness, so kind of Edo Itachi basically kind of thing. You know, where it's like. So yeah, he didn't have the illness, so he didn't have it really holding him back from using his EMS, right? Well, his MS, not his EMS. So let's get into it now. Look, it's hard to say, right? It's hard for me to say this because I am an Itachi fan, but it's hard for me to say this, but I think Sakura wins this fight. I know, a lot of people ain't gonna be happy with what I just said, but I think I'm not a Sakura fan. I'm just not biased. I think Sakura wins this fight, and here's why. Right, one, Itachi's specialities, right? Genjutsu, Fireball Jutsu, you know, he's got an Amaterasu in his eye. You know, he's got the Tsukiyomi in his other eye, which is a powerful Genjutsu. Look, there is like specialities, right? You know, and obviously he's got his, you know, he's good at Taijutsu as well, right? Let's just take it head on, right? Taijutsu, right? Sakura's really strong. Don't get me wrong. Itachi's fast and he probably be able to dodge some of her hits, yeah, but if she lands one of her hits, it's going to be hard, you know. She's good at fighting, obviously, as you've seen. But even then, I still think with Taijutsu, Sakura, she is good at fighting, but it's mostly like she just swings, and I don't know, it's like I've never really seen her in a proper Taijutsu fight, so I feel like Itachi would still be able to maybe hold his end up against her. And I don't get me wrong, she is strong, she is freakishly strong, but if she really is like flexible, she really quick at move. If she's quick as moving as Itachi, maybe, probably not. But I still think that Taijutsu Sakura still holds her own. Sakura though, at the same time though, she's still able to hold her own against Itachi. Now, if we take Genjutsu into thought, see, I don't like doing this video because Itachi is my favorite. He's like my favorite character from the whole of the show, so I don't even want to make this video, but. Sakura, if we're talking about Sakura at her peak, she'd probably be immune to Itachi's Genjutsu. She will be. Well, it's even been stated that she probably would be able to break out of it because I was doing some research, just trying to re-jog my memory for this video, and she broke out of Teneri, you know, the guy on the moon, you know, the Otsutsuki guy, you remember from the last movie, Naruto. She broke out of his Genjutsu. And his Genjutsu is definitely probably stronger than Itachi's, him being an Otsutsuki, you know, him being like a god. So, Genjutsu, one of Itachi's specialities, Sakura would be able to break out of. So, and she'd probably be able to break out, and his strongest one is Tsukiyomi, right? She'd probably be able to break out of it, if you ask me, I think. Well, not if you ask me, if you just look at the actual evidence, she'd probably be able to break out of it, right? Let's assume that. So that's not going to work either. Now he's got his Fireball Jutsus, you know, he's got his Amaterasu, he's got his, you know, he can still fight, right? Obviously, he's always got his Susanoo as well. Now let's go his Susanoo, right? Itachi never had a full Susanoo. It was like, I think it wasn't a full Susanoo with like, it was, oh god. But yeah, the sort of I forgot the name of the sword, but basically can put you into this realm of drunken dreams. But that's assuming he can hit Sakura with that sword, which he probably will be able to. So Sakura should probably face some problems when it came to the Susanoo. But like her master did, Tsusane, I can't pronounce her name, but she cracked Madara's the Susanoo's ribcage on Madara's. Yeah, it wasn't the final stage, but she still managed to crack it. So, and Sakura is at that level in strength, so you've got to assume she would be able to crack his Susanoo. So this is a fairly even fight, but you've got to remember, the only thing is, right, how long can Itachi go on for? I know we're talking peak Itachi without the illness, but he still never really had a lot of chakra anyway. So it's like, and Sakura's got the 100 healing seal, and she has, I think, she has more chakra than Itachi anyway. So, and the Susanoo takes a lot more chakra than probably most abilities. As Sasuke even saying himself, it felt like he was flipping. I think he said it felt like all his bones were broken, all his body was just on fire. So as you can tell, it takes a lot of chakra to be able to hold that. Now in the short term, Itachi will be able to probably fight her off, right? But in the long term, Sakura's gonna have to gain the edge because one, she has more chakra, and two, even if she gets hit, she has 100 healing seal, so she'll just heal up quickly. So if you take all that into account, I think Sakura would win the fight in the long term. You know what I mean? I feel like she would just win the fight because she can counter most. I hate saying this, but she can counter most of Itachi's moves, and it's like, I made an anime page not to be biased on anyone. I'll just keep it real. And I just lay it out and all the information being given, and I keep it real. And I just think Sakura would be able to counter most of Itachi's abilities, and his biggest one being Genjutsu. I think apart from the Susanoo, his biggest one is Genjutsu. She can counter that, so it's like, it's kind of, what else can he really do? You know, he's got his Fireball Jutsu. You know, he's got Amaterasu. Maybe we could probably fight that at her, but even then, she's got the 100 healing seal, so she can just heal herself, so she won't burn to death. So if we look at all that and come in conclusion, obviously it won't be an easy fight for Sakura because it's Itachi. He's still one of the strongest shinobis we've ever seen. But if we take peak Sakura versus peak Itachi, I'm sorry, I have to give it to Sakura. And that's just my opinion on the fight. I just think anything before the war arc or anything before Boruto, I say Itachi, but anything after the war arc, I would say Sakura, just for the fact that 100 healing seal, she's got really good chakra control, so she can break through Genjutsu, and she's even, I think maybe she's in state to be stronger than Tsusane. I think that's her name. I'm called Lady T, stronger than Lady T. So if you take all that into account, in the long run, she probably would win that fight. So look, but I gotta give it to Sakura, and you give Sakura obviously the intent to kill as well. Like, they both want to kill each other. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I love Itachi. He's one of my favorite characters. Don't get it twisted, but I'ma have to give it to Sakura. As much as it pains me, I'ma have to give it to Sakura because I just feel like she'd be able to counter every one of his abilities, and that's how it is in Naruto. You know, the previous generation always surpasses the generation, you know, before them. I mean, the new generation also passes the generation before them. So it's just the way it is. And I just think Sakura, you've got to give her respect. She's one of the strongest people she's probably the third strongest person in the whole Boruto. Well, where it's at now, she's probably like the second or maybe even first strongest. because she's never lost any of her abilities. You know what I mean? She could be Hokage one day. So it's like, you've got to give her respect, and where she is at her peak, where she is now versus Itachi's peak, she's just stronger. And I hate to say that, but look, it's painful to say, but yeah, Sakura's strong now. But look, and let's be real, I'm never making a video on let's be real, I'm never making a video on could Sakura beat any of the females in the Naruto Borutoverse, because she'd beat every single one of them. Let's be real. Apart from it, maybe Lady T, that's probably one person where I don't know about that one. But apart from that, she'd beat and Hinata, Tamari, names are gone out of my head. 10-10, Ino. So yeah. So Sakura's also the strongest female. You just gotta give it to her. She is. Obviously being from Team 7. Obviously being in that, all of them got massive power ups. Even Kakashi got his purple lightning. So, well, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Tell me if you agree with my points that I made in this video. Tell me who you would think would win in a fight between peak Sakura and peak Itachi. Itachi, though, still my favorite character. I still love him. I still feel like, and I feel like this, if he wasn't ill and he still had time to grow, because you gotta remember, when he died, he was in his early 20s. So if he wasn't ill and had time to grow, it would have been a different conversation for me personally. But obviously he didn't have that time. And yeah. So like, comment, subscribe, share the video, tell me your thoughts, tell me if you agree. And yeah, this has been Anime K. And peace. Thank you for watching.